Welcome back, everyone. It's the Bourbon Judge. I have a special guest with me.
Hey, Bourbon Judge fans. Cousin Anita is back on the scene.
So what's going on? Long time no see.
Oh, yeah. It's so good to be back with you, cuz. Things are going really well. I'm still teaching. They will continue to allow me to be in the classroom with students. I haven't poisoned them with all of the bourbon talk, so they let me come back.
There we go. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Keep that day job, girl. Keep that income coming in. Oh, man. So, well, thank you. First and foremost, as I mentioned, actually, in my last episode, thank you for coming to town for my graduation. I appreciate all your love and support. Cousin Nita and my aunt, her mom came in town, so we appreciate it.
We wouldn't have missed it for the world. I mean, truly, my cup runneth over. You guys know how much I love this guy, and we're super proud of him. So it's a good time.
Indeed.
And more reasons to drink bourbon, baby. So let's get it on.
All right, sounds like a plan. So, hey, we got a special edition. We're glad to have you on. So, Rabbit Hole. Do you know a lot about Rabbit Hole?
I don't. I've seen the brand, of course, and haven't dived in. So, I was actually really excited about this particular episode.
Cool. Yeah. Awesome. All right. So, in short, Rabbit Hole has been around this is actually technically their 10th year, right?
Oh, okay.
But as you know, it takes a lot of time, to kind of start making bourbon, distilling bourbon, aging bourbon.
Yeah.
So, what they're still doing even right now is they're getting a lot of their whiskey sourced for them, but they are making their own, and eventually they're going to be putting out their own whiskey by themselves. But for now, it's a combination, a little bit of both, but eventually their own whiskey.
Well, and we know that a lot of the bourbons you've reviewed have been sourced, so that's not uncommon.
It's not uncommon, very much.
Definitely not a limitation.
So true. So the story goes, a gentleman by the name of Kava Zamanian, he was a psychologist.
Interesting.
Wasn't a big bourbon fan at all, didn't really... I mean, he had bourbon before, but wasn't like a bourbon enthusiast. But his wife was a Louisville, Kentucky girl.
Oh, wow. Well, it all comes together now.
It does, right? Us men, we seem to follow a good woman's lead, right?
As you should.
So, Kava's wife, she loved bourbon. She's from Louisville, so she introduced him to the spirit, formally introduced him. And hey, here they are 10 years later with their own brand, their own company, doing their own thing, which is good stuff, right?
I love it. I love it.
Absolutely. So, so they have really, think about, for Rabbit Hole, they have 4 different products.
Okay.
They have, so the 2 we're going to review today, number 1, the Cave Hill. Okay. Number 2 is High Gold. Okay. And we'll dive into those in a little bit, but they also produce a Derringer, which is a bourbon finish in a sherry cask. That's about a little bit more expensive. That's about $75.
Okay.
They have a Boxer Grail, which is a rye whiskey. About $50-$60. And then they have these 2, which are about $60 each.
Okay, not bad.
Ready to dive into these real quick?
Yeah,
all right,
let's do it.
Let's go ahead. Let's start with the Cave Hill. So the Cave Hill is actually a 4-grain bourbon, and they actually put it on the side. I like that by itself. So it says here, 70% corn, 10% malted barley, malted barley, 10% malted wheat, and 10% honey malted barley. So it's a 4-grain bourbon.
Okay,
I like
nice. That. And I do like the bottles too.
Yeah, nice little design, right?
This. Yeah,
this
is
nice.
Looking good. As the marketing instructor, I'm like, okay,
absolutely,
looking good.
Absolutely, indeed, it's very nice. So both of these bottles are about $60 MSRP. Okay. About $60. Okay. And both of them are same proof actually as well. Okay. 95 proof. Okay. So 95 proof, $60, and both age about 3.5 years in range, right?
All right.
About 3.5 years. So not bad. So
lovely.
4-grain product will be very interesting to see how this is. Is it a really good daily sipper? Is it just fantastic? What's everything about it, right?
Yeah.
All right. Let's go ahead and get into this nose real quick.
All right.
Color-wise, nice. Beautiful, golden apple.
It
color
is,
brown, right?
really.
Golden brown, I should say.
Yeah, golden brown.
Golden brown, very nice. Nice color. So, a 4-grain whiskey. I'm always interested to see how it is on the nose.
Nice and light.
Nice and light, right? Nice and sweet. I get some apples.
Yeah, I don't get too much spice in this one.
Not a lot at all. Apples, maybe a bit of caramel.
And we already talked, about the honey. That's, clearly articulated.
Absolutely. Honey, maybe some toasted oats in the background. A smidge. Toasted oats, some apples. A little bit of honey.
I'm getting the sense that this is going to be smooth.
Yeah.
I don't know. But
a really good daily sipper. One that doesn't, doesn't knock you out. Not like a barrel proof, which is great at 95 proof.
That's a no-no for Cousin Anita. We don't want the gut punch for Cousin Anita.
You never know. Hey, cousin, cheers to you.
Cheers.
Thanks for coming back. We appreciate you.
Yes, my
cheers,
favorite
everyone out there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So what was the palate like for you? Wow, you finished all that already?
So, and I'm gonna go ahead and take the hit because I know that you have one Bourbon Judge fan that hates when I do this. But for me, it's a small enough pour where I can just let it marinate.
I hear that. Ain't nothing wrong with that, cuz ain't nothing wrong with that at all.
And get it all down.
There we go. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and finish it. I'm gonna finish it myself.
Yeah. That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, I'll tell you, one of the reasons why I go ahead and just, take my whole pour is because that is an indicator when I'm not like, or it burns.
It's a shorter finish.
This had
no
zero burn.
Yeah, zero burn.
Zero burn.
A shorter finish.
Mm-hmm.
Nice, but what I like about it, the palate is very similar to the nose.
Mm-hmm.
Tons of apples,
and that's what
tons
I
of like
said.
toasted oats a little bit, some caramel, some vanilla, some honey in there. The palate was very nice. The finish was here, and then it slowly fades away. But that's good though at 95 proof.
And see, that's right up my alley.
Yeah,
though,
exactly.
Like that's gonna work well for me.
Indeed.
So for I would say also new bourbon drinkers.
New bourbons, yep, absolutely.
Folks who like things a little bit on the lighter side. But that was actually lovely.
It's nice, right? Not bad at all. I like that. All right,
that was lovely.
All right. Little Cave Hill 4 grain. Right. Not bad. All right.
That was lovely.
So we are going to move over to the High Gold.
Okay.
Which is a high rye mash bill. I love this bottle.
I do. Isn't it nice? They're really nice.
So same here, right? On the side, you'll have the mash bill. So 70% corn, 25% malted rye, I should say, and 5% malted barley. So a high rye mash bill. So in theory, even though it's still 95 proof, it should be a bit spicier. It should be, not guaranteed.
Okay.
All right, this glass right here. There we go. Let's go ahead and get that one ready for you. Give you a nice pour.
Love it. Love it.
I remember the last time we were together, I gave you a little chintzy pour.
Yeah.
And you were like...
And this was actually a little bigger, so I am going to do a two. I am going to do a two taste on this one.
Now, you know what's interesting about Rabbit Hole is that, they've been around for 10 years. As I mentioned, Kavaz Zamanian, the original owner, they actually sold a couple years ago, back in 2019, I think it was, a couple years ago, they sold to the French company Pernod Ricard, the large liquor organization, spirits organization. So they sold to them.
Okay.
But Kavaz is still heavily engaged in terms of like the whiskey, the details and so forth. But I think from a distribution standpoint, so they can really kind of scale up so that their products are available, international, across the U.S., as well as they look to maybe expand into new products and new different types of whiskeys and so forth. It definitely helps when you have somebody has some heavy
I would
checkbook,
say
right?
His origin is in psychology, and I'm wondering if he's now thinking he should have integrated bourbon in treatment of any potential patients that he may have had if he was on that side of psychology. Because I'm telling you, bourbon gets my mind right. I just want everybody to know. So,
you are too funny. Oh my God. All right. Color standpoint, this looks a little bit darker, slightly darker than
maybe just a smidge, but I would say very, very similar.
Deep pours, though.
Yeah. You did a big one on this one. I'm not doing this in one go. No.
What do you get on the nose there, cousin?
Now, we'll agree. I do sense the spice a little bit more.
Yeah, a little bit peppery. Maybe some, almost like some mint. Some mint, some pepper. Almost like a...
but there's definitely some
like
mint, the pepper.
I like that, though. That is nice. I almost get like a smidge of like a burnt orange peel in the background a little bit. Kind of hiding in the back, hanging out. But you still get like the traditional rye, the earthiness, right? Spicy, the pepper. I like that nose a lot.
Yeah.
I actually like the nose slightly better than I do the Cave
And that makes sense,
right?
Based on what you've reviewed historically.
So true. I like
and
more of a spicier type of a bourbon. I do. All right, hey, not bad. Hey, again, real quick, 3 quick, easy favors, everyone out there.
Yeah.
Number 1, hit the like button. Number 2, drop me a comment. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know what you think of Rabbit Hole yourselves. Yeah. And then also, last but not least, please also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you get notifications each and every time I put out content.
Awesome.
Cool?
Yeah.
Cheers, cousin. All right. Cheers, everybody. Here we go. That's much more robust in the mouth. Right?
It's dancing.
It's dancing. Right?
It's dancing in a good way.
In a good way, right? At 95 proof. Let me get just a smidge more just to make sure.
Yeah. Wow.
At the same proof, interesting how much more peppery this one is, which makes sense, right? It's a high rye mash bill.
But it is definitely, the spices for sure.
It's definitely, right?
Much more present here.
Much more. This reminds me of maybe if you're taking like the next step into having more of like a well-rounded, more robust type of a bourbon with a high rye mash bill.
Yeah.
This to me stands out.
Yeah.
Right? I like this a lot.
This is nice.
Yeah.
I mean, they're both really
good.
nice.
Yeah.
Well, let me
It's
finish
nice.
this up. Skip the small talk.
Yes. Let's go and finish these. All right.
Wowza, baby.
A little peppery.
Yeah, but I think that's great, though, that they have a bourbon in this proof.
Yeah, in that proof.
That has that peppery that
kick
extra kick.
Just shows it.
Love
Just goes to
it.
show with the mash bill. It's so important, right? Same exact proof, but the mash bill in this one, that extra rye, right?
Yeah.
It really makes it stand out.
And the interesting thing is, I almost feel like, and of course, you all know, I am no expert like my cousin here. I tell everybody I'm very candid. I drink what I like. And, you know, it doesn't have to be a certain brand or anything of that nature. I just like it.
Yeah.
But the thing that's cool about this, historically for me, when there is more spice, I feel like it's the higher proof.
Correct.
And it jams me up.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because it's like the spice and the higher proof.
The higher
so I'm
proof,
like,
and it can kind of just smack you a little bit. Yeah. This is nice because it's a lower proof. And it has a good like kick to it.
I could totally.
But you can probably stay awake a longer than if it was like 115 or 120 proof.
Cousin Anita could hang.
Yes. We can hang for a while with this. We
hang.
We can sit this for a long time and enjoy ourselves.
Oh my God, I'm so thrilled. This is nice.
Well, I'm gonna give you the gavel because I think it's the right thing to do. But before I even give Cousin Anita the gavel, the funny part is she thinks she's done. She's not done because we are going to do a review of something completely different for my patrons only, so that they can check out their own little review of something completely a different whiskey. But let's go for High Gold and for Cave Hill and for Rabbit Hole as a whole. The gavel is yours, my guest.
Yes. And I am going to say that Rabbit Hole is a buy.
Oh wow!
And absolutely,
this is
a buy.
This is a tough. I mean, because she doesn't take bourbon lightly, boy.
I know, and I will say that I love them both.
Okay.
I would not choose between the two for this particular round. I probably, just because of my palate, would drink the Cave Hill.
Okay.
On a more regular basis.
Sure.
But again, this is a win for me also because of what we just shared.
Yeah,
the spice is there, but the proof is on par for me.
Absolutely.
And both were very smooth.
Very
I had
it went down very nice.
Zero burn.
Yeah, no burn.
Zero burn.
Very easy. I would agree. I think, kind of wrap it up as well. If I'm going for something that I want, it's just very nice and pleasant, and an easy bourbon, sipping experience, I would go with the Cave Hill. But if I want something that has a little bit more of a kick to it, same proof point, but a bit more of a kick to it, I probably would go with the High Gold, right? If I'm looking for something a bit more robust, warms you up a little bit, right? Has a longer palate or longer finish rather, definitely the high gold. But overall, both solid products, though.
Very good.
Not bad.
Very good.
All right, well,
Love it.
It's time for round 2 of our next review. Pictures only. Peace. Cheers. Salute. Thanks, cousin, for joining us today.
Of course. Thank you, Bourbon Judge fans. We appreciate you so much.
Take care, everyone. Peace out.
Have a good one.